All right, welcome back to MOV Movie Talk. We're going to do a top 10 of the year so far special. We're trying to split up some of these videos to release more content. And yeah, so 2023, halfway through the year. Yeah, pretty much halfway. Not been the greatest year in movies, in my opinion. I think a lot of the indie stuff has been the best.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I lied because a lot of my stuff is theater stuff.
Probably only like one of mine's indie.
I guess the indie stuff usually comes out later in the year, but I have a few straight to streaming on here. So we'll go ahead and start with you, though. Go from 10 to 1.
So my 10 would be Insidious: Red Door.
Okay.
Movie that's not getting loved by critics, but I mean, I get the story's a little bit kind of redundant because it's half the movie's explaining what's happened and we already know.
Yeah.
But it's scary again. I think the Insidious movies do a great job of the scares, even though we know that kind of James Wan. I know he didn't direct, but James Wan, Lee Winnell, bag of tricks as far as scares. They're still good scares.
It's not in my top 10, but I'd like to hype it up as well. I like the story more than other people did because Patrick Wilson's first time directing. Like you said, it has a bunch of good scares in it. I just think it needs to be talked about a little more when it comes to the new horror movies out. So
I agree with that. It's like I said, it's scary. That's all I really need.
Mm-hmm.
Number 9 is The Flash, the biggest flop ever, which is kind of a shame. I get why with Ezra Miller and all the issues, but it's actually a pretty good movie. You even said it's pretty good.
No, I said it is like okay. Did I say it was pretty good?
I think you said it was pretty decent.
I don't know. It was fine.
It's
But
I like bringing back Michael Keaton. It's kind of cool to see Ben Affleck back, George Clooney even back.
That was wild.
Yeah, but it's entertaining. It's not nowhere near the best comic movie ever, or even this year or in the last couple of years. But it's fun enough. Again, only halfway through the year, so you might get watered down at the bottom of the list.
It will.
I mean, I don't see these movies being on my list by the end of the year. My 8 is Scream 6.
Okay.
My third favorite Scream and the darkest, which is what I liked, so I want to see him finally just go pretty dark. The New York setting's pretty entertaining, and it is one of the few times that the killer reveals was pretty good.
It was a good reveal this time.
7, Barbie. We talked about it. Again, I won't say much, but it's funny. Good performances. Solid movie. My 6 is Guardians of the Galaxy 3. Again, I'm not a big fan of the first two.
That's crazy.
I know there are some people that don't like the second one a lot, so I guess I'm not in the minority there, but I really like the first one. I'm in the minority a lot there. But this one to me was just, I don't know, I just liked it a lot more. Mm-hmm. The story was probably better. Hilarious.
It was.
Great sound. The funniest Marvel movie I've seen, I would say.
Yeah, I could agree with that.
Yeah.
Dude, the F-bomb in this movie
great use of the F-bomb.
Dying.
Great use of the F-bomb. My number 5 is going to be Missing. Super underrated movie. If you saw Searching, came out a couple years ago. It's not a sequel to that, but it's same director, I think, same production director, company, everything.
Yeah, everything.
Basically, this girl's mom goes on a trip with like her fiance, and then she goes missing, hence the title. But the creative parts, most of the movie is shot through her camera, through her computer.
Yeah.
And it takes a couple twists, which are good, like 3 or 4 twists, and it's really entertaining. It's gripping. It's thrilling. Some scary moments. So it's my top 5.
I love it.
My number 4 is Creed 3.
Yep.
I love the whole Creed franchise. This is the second best, I would say. Entertaining, great fight sequences. Really some nice creative choices in the final fight, where they kind of go back to where like it's their home and it's like just those two fighting.
Yeah. The choices for that were intense.
Yeah. Michael B. Jordan does a great job with his directorial debut. Jonathan Majors is a force.
Yeah.
In everything he's in. But he's great, really great in this movie, and this movie overall is just great. My number 3 is Across the Spider-Verse. Mm-hmm. I like it better in Into the Spider-Verse, and for me, it's not recency bias because I saw Into the Spider-Verse, day before I saw Across Spider-Verse for the first time.
Yeah.
So, really good, great soundtrack. And as much as this quote unquote could be considered a stepping stone movie, I think it's still super entertaining.
Yeah.
And a lot of good action, a lot of good fight sequences in it. Great story. I can't wait for the third one.
Yeah, the animation for these
So good.
Spider-Verse movies are just next level.
Yeah,
They're going to change the game.
yeah.
Like, I think the Ninja Turtles is kind of
Similar. Yeah. My number 2 of the year so far is Talk to Me. This is probably the best horror movie since Hereditary, and I'd probably even have it ahead of Hereditary as far as points, score-wise. A unique twist on the possession, paranormal type, not paranormal, but like the possession, demonic type of genre, because that's kind of its own subgenre now. Really creative take there. Good performances by the lead character. There are a bunch of unknown actors because they're New Zealand and Australian actresses, but really good performances all around. Really not super terrifying, more unsettling, a lot of unsettling stuff. And there's a scene in the movie where a kid gets possessed, and it's hard to watch. It's the physical acting and the physical, I guess, makeup.
Yeah.
Well done. And then the makeup for that guy the rest of the movie, terrifying stuff.
Huh.
But great movie, great opening scene, and really creepy, unsettling, but cool ending scene.
I have to watch it.
Apparently, they already have a whole prequel shot that is related to the opening scene.
I heard about the prequel, yeah.
Yeah, so that's good. And then number 1, obviously, I won't say much. Oppenheimer, best movie of the last 10, 15 years.
Yeah.
Top 10 of all time, best of the year, best of the decade, Oppenheimer.
Good. I like it. Okay, take a pause. I'm sure Cameron can cut stuff.
Yeah, that's all right.
All right, man. Let's do this. I think at 10, I have Missing, which you've already spoke about. I just like the direction of how they filmed it. The story was cool. It was new, different. I'm going to go with Creed 3 as my 9. He's everywhere.
You're a pile driver.
Yeah.
Preface, I haven't seen Air or Guy Ritchie's The Covenant yet. 2 movies I think could make my list if I
Both
were to
are
watch
on
them.
mine.
Yeah. I have both of them ready to watch.
9 is Creed 3. You already touched on it.
Yeah.
Great movie. Just, you know, it was just I wasn't as hyped about it as you. That's all.
Yeah.
It is a good movie. At 8, I have the movie Dungeons and Dragons. This was a surprise for me. I went into it just because, like, I try to watch everything. Went with a group of buddies, and I just ended up really enjoying it. I thought it was funny. Chris Pine as the lead. Some of the things that they talk about is entertaining, or like the jokes. At 7, I have Barbie. I think you had it at 7 as well.
Yeah. Yeah, it's 7 or 6.
Yeah. So we already touched on it before. Barbie was a little surprise. The comedy was good. Great message. All that good stuff. And then at 6, I have The Covenant. Guy Ritchie's The Covenant. Jake Gyllenhaal puts on a great performance, and so does, I don't know his name, but the interpreter in the movie that does.
I really want to check that
It's
out.
his side.
I have it rented right now on Apple.
Yeah, it's worth a watch. The story's crazy, and it was shot really well. It keeps you on the tip of your toes. At 5, I have Guardians 3. I love the Guardians so much. The first one was amazing. The second one's okay. And these characters came to an end in this one, and I thought it wrapped up nicely. I wish some people would have died, maybe, but
Yeah.
I guess that's the villain in me. And at 4, I have Tetris. It's a big shocker for me. I just watched it because it had Taron Egerton in it,
Heard it's good. It's on Apple too. I'll probably check that out.
Yeah, very cool story. I mean, and it was well directed.
He's kind of underrated too. He kind of
He's
chooses more, other than Rocket Man, kind of more under the radar roles, and he does pretty well in all of them.
That Blackbird show was really good on Apple.
Oh
as
yeah,
well.
yeah, where he
Killed it. At 3, I got Spider-Verse, Across the Spider-Verse.
That's where I have it.
I just don't know who's going to top those as animated movies.
Yeah.
Anytime soon.
I mean, they're the best.
Yeah. Miles is one of my favorite characters at the moment. At 2, I have Air with Matt Damon and
Ben Affleck.
everybody. Yeah.
Yeah.
The crew, the Boston
Ben Affleck
crew.
directed it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the comedy between them and the drama, it's just,
You think there's a chance? Real quick, I know we're trying to get done here, but Matt Damon can get 2 Oscar nominations.
no.
You don't think so?
I don't think this will get anything.
You don't ever get anything?
Sadly.
Not even a screenplay?
Maybe. But I just, it's just a good movie.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think it's going to get an Oscar, one of those type
Yeah.
of.
I didn't know if if it would have a Moneyball type of route. Moneyball got a bunch of nominations.
I don't
Yeah.
think so. That'd
And
be
it
cool.
came out so early.
It was one of the early ones, February, March.
Yeah.
Right?
I think it was March, yeah.
Yeah. And then number 1, I got Oppenheimer, the usual suspect of this year and probably for the next 10 years.
The movie won't pass this for the rest of this year.
So,
But I was saying, we'll finish. I gave Oppenheimer 100, but if there's any year that another 100 could get topped, it could be this year we get Fincher
The Killer.
and we get Killers of the Flower Moon with Scorsese with Leo.
Yep. Scorsese.
So, I mean, I guess if there's any year we could get 100 get topped, it could be this year.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
All right, man.
That's it.
Catch you next time.
Yep.
Thanks for watching.